Bionanogenomics, technical analysis, fundamental statistics of all through reviewing my current position and the price target. Starting off with the price action, we have a descending triangle here. But before we get to that, I know what many of you are thinking. Brandon, you've been saying to buy the dip for 5 years now, and it keeps on fucking dipping. What do? My portfolio's burning. Okay, you have to understand something right now. I am fully invested with high conviction into Bionano's company. I am either riding it to the promised land or I'm going down with the motherfucking ship. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that you see, oh, yeah, we're just going to ignore that pick. We're just not going to talk about the picks that I forget, that I get wrong. Yeah, no, I see so many YouTubers. I know you guys do too. And probably some of the most popular ones just ignore. When I was learning how to invest, and you know how you do it when you're a beginner. You listen to what these people, these mentors on YouTube say. And when they just neglect picks that they have you thinking about and have had you potentially invest in or at least put on your watch list, and they just neglect it, do you understand how much of a hatred develops because of that? I'm promising all of you right now, if I make a mistake, and I've made mistakes before, I am going to be upfront with you. And this is how you know it. No one else on YouTube, not one person, not one, gives you the transparency that I am literally showing you my account every day. I don't do any ads. I don't waste any of your time. All right. Here's my account. We were up 133% at one point. We are literally almost red right now. I could have taken profits here. I took a little bit of profit. I bought the dip, kept dipping. Okay. You guys can relate. I'm sure many of you can relate. Okay. I am fully invested in Bionano. I don't know what the markets are going to do. No one knows what the markets are going to do. There are a myriad, aka an unlimited amount of variables that control what the overall markets are going to do. What I do know, basically factually, in my opinion, that Bionano's potential is higher than nearly any other company out there. Optical genome mapping can unlock a door in health prevention care, in prenatal testing, newborn testing. There's too many opportunities for Bionano to fail. Of course they can fail. They're a biopharmaceutical company, but I have such high conviction into the stock. I don't care. I don't care how low we go. I don't care if we hit $2 a share. Okay, I care, but I'm not selling out unless some crazy drastic fundamental change occurs. Okay, here's my account. Okay, yeah, I'm getting absolutely killed. We've gotten Carnage and Death and Sauron coming to kill us from Mordor for the last 5 years. Okay, yes. Seems okay, really, in actuality, it's only been since February 16th. That's when the markets took their turn, at least the NASDAQ did. But for our stocks, the NASDAQs went down, I don't know, 5 to 10%, 5, 10, 15%. Our stocks, Nano Dimension, BNGO, MVIS, CTXR, high-tech, tech-heavy, biopharmaceutical, low-cap stocks like those, and others on this watch list. MP Materials gotten absolutely killed. It's gone down like 50%, 30, 40% in the last 2 weeks alone. These stocks have been absolutely killed disproportionately compared to the markets. This is why you must have high conviction when you trade. You can't go in without a plan. You can't just invest in these companies thinking, oh, this YouTube guru, and I include myself in this. Don't think anyone on YouTube that is offering investing information, right? Right. Of course, this is not financial advice, but if you are watching these videos and you think, okay, I'm going to invest in Bionano now, do your own research, dude, or you're going to get fucking screwed, and you're going to be blaming me in the comments, disliking and all this stuff. All right, yeah, you know what? Do whatever you want. All right, you do whatever you want. That's fine, but I don't think that's a fair, and I don't think that's a good way to go about anything in life. Make your own research and make your own investing decisions. Don't go off of what other people think. Okay, I'm sorry for the rant. I should have done that a long time ago. I should have done this at the bottom here. Okay, you guys have to understand that investing is not for everyone. Have a plan before you go in and do your own research. As far as the technicals, descending triangle here. All right, we have descending resistance line right here. We got plenty of touch points. We had this drawn up a while ago, I believe, and we've had this descending support, descending resistance now that we've had this drawn up for a long time now. Are we in a downtrend now? In my opinion, until we actually break out of this one right here, we are kind of in a downtrend for BioNano. We broke out of that for a while, and now we confirmed the breakdown again. We confirmed the breakout with with 2 days, almost 3 days, basically of closing above that line. We came back in it. We looked like we were going to break out. We got perfectly rejected, and we got perfectly rejected again today, basically. Okay, yeah, it's not looking amazing for BioNano, but that, like I said in the rant, guys, it doesn't matter what we do short term. It does not matter. And guys, the technicals are, I'm not going to lie to you, the technicals are not that amazing right now. Like, yeah, I think we're extremely undervalued, and I would not be selling any shares. If I had buying power right now, I would be adding. I literally have zero overnight buying power because I'm buying the dip. Okay. This is how you know that I'm not just saying this stuff for some reason. I believe what I'm saying. I'm literally putting my money, my hard earned money, into these stocks because I think this is the fastest way to grow my own money and the most relatively low risk way you can. And of course, it's not for everyone. I understand if you got into this and you've endured this journey with me and you've watched the videos and you've gotten screwed on BioNano, or screwed, you feel like you're being screwed, right? I understand that it's hard and it may not be for you. If you're really resentful right now and you're becoming bitter, uh, and and you hate looking at your portfolio, and you wake up every day and you're like, man, I should not have listened to Brandon. I should not have watched his videos. All right. It's probably not for you, honestly, if that's what you're thinking. But that's why you do your own research and have a high conviction before you invest. Now, as far as the technicals, what do I think is going to happen? Technically, the price target for this would technically be, don't freak out when you see this. I don't think this is going to happen whatsoever, in my opinion. Okay, I can be wrong. The price target, technically, based on this descending triangle, is going to be 655. Now, if we were actually to see, if this price target were actually to come to fruition, this would actually be an amazing buying opportunity, in my opinion. Now, of course, we are actually macroscopically, like, descending triangle is short-term chart pattern, but the medium term, the next chart pattern and time range out would actually be like the next couple of days. We have a George W. So technically, we still do, we are kind of coming back into the, lower than the breakout, kind of. And also, technically, we kind of should have did our little double bottom and then actually come to the previous spot where it started. But it could be right there. So it's not really. I would like to say we're still in a double bottom here. Take your pick on what you want to say. But what I will say is this. What I know is this. BioNano is undervalued right now, an insane amount. Once the markets wake up and realize, hey, we are being a little too timid right now. Like, the market is just so crazy right now. But guys, as far as entry points into the stock, if we dip to this 78.6% retracement level sitting at 660, that is a load up zone. In my opinion, all right, don't do this unless you do your own research, please. But that is like, okay, let me freaking sell a kidney to get some shares there. Okay, seriously. Okay, not seriously, but like kind of seriously. You know what I mean? If you have buying power, that is where you want to add. I mean, this is insane. This is insanely cheap. Okay, let me give you an example here. All right, listen to this right here. This will make you very bullish on BioNano. I just thought of this point literally on the spot. Okay, when we were right here at $7, $8 a share, the fundamentals of the company were like 1,000 times worse than what they are right now, and we are trading below what we were doing right here. And I think the market overall might be in a higher spot than it was like on January 15th. It's definitely close, maybe a little lower. I'm not sure. But BioNano as a company has gotten way, way better. Oh my gosh, it's not even close. They're fun. I mean, their earnings report alone is enough to verify that they are making big strides towards becoming more profitable and earning consistent high revenue and having an aggressive plan to the future. I mean, look at what we just talked about yesterday. They had new prototype, Sapphire prototype coming in Q4. No one knows about that. No one knows about the stuff that we are talking about in the YouTube realm. They don't do it half as well as we do, in my opinion. But guys, that just tells you that this is crazy what's going on right now, in my opinion. We literally, objectively, even if you're a bear, you have to agree and concur with this point. When we were back at this point, right? Look at this. Okay, this is where we're currently trading at 735. When we were at 735 over here, like somewhere in here, right? Take your pick on when. Before February, the fundamentals were way worse. People were wondering, is the Sapphire legit? Do they actually have any clinics that actually are using the Sapphire? There are so many studies that have been published about so many physicians and doctors and people reviewing the Sapphire and just giving amazing reviews. I mean, you guys have heard the spiel before. Sapphire detects 100% or whatever product detects only 72% of what Bionano Sapphire could detect, right? You guys have heard the stuff, right? And it's not just one study; they've done it 1,000 times. Okay, so guys, let's go over the other stuff quickly. Okay, that's what's important for you. Okay, let's go over the other indicators real quick. Daily RSI, relative strength index. We're more oversold now. Another reason to buy. 56. That's what we're looking at the RSI. Let's look at the MACD. Okay, it's getting more bloody. It's getting more bloody. And the 4-hourly, we're bloody as well. Okay, there's nothing crazy to say here. Okay, we're bloody. Okay, actually, we're literally not even bloody. We're literally just, there's no clear winner on the 4-hourly MACD. But let's look at the exponential moving average and the moving averages, guys. 55-day moving average and the 200-day exponential moving average. The relationship between those is extremely bullish. The gap is wide. Yes, the 55-day is going to be coming down at a pretty fast pace over the next couple of weeks. If the price action stays down here, that is true. But the gap between the 200-day EMA, it's not even close. Okay, I don't think we're coming down to $4.70 a share. The company has only improved. Last time we were at $4.70 a share, we were nowhere near being as legit of a company as we are now, in my opinion. I think that's factually true. If you're a bear or you disagree with me on that, please comment down below. Let's have a comment war on that, because I don't think that's debatable, in my opinion. Okay. But yeah, we have every golden cross you could want. Okay, daily Bollinger Bands. Middle Bollinger Band 855. We are currently trading at 735, so we are trading below that. And the farther we get away from that, the more sort of a magnet pull, if you will start to see to kind of draw Bionano back to that middle Bollinger Band. We do have decreased volatility signaled to be by the hooking in of these outside Bollinger Bands. That is going to represent some decreased volatility, but no clear indication for price action probabilities. So that is what we're looking at as far as the technicals. How margin affects market sell-offs and what happens once it bounces. This is extremely important. If you don't know this, you're in for a treat, my friend. To avoid margin calls, retail investors and institutions are forced to liquidate, to sell their stocks, to liquidate some of their positions, resulting in a subsequent, just like chronological order, right, and time frame, right, in a subsequent increased sell-off. Because if people were not using margin, which they use more of today than as opposed to back in the day, in aggregate, right? We are using margin, especially institutions, at such a high rate that once we start to go, once it starts going Titanic, flipping down and just heading to the bottom of the ocean, which is what Bionano has been doing recently, right? Margin calls, the threat of them is imminent. So what do people do? They panic. They sell, sending everything down lower, and that is just a domino effect. And that literally, once a couple people start doing that and institutions start doing that, everyone starts doing it, because margin calls, you have to sell. You do not have a chance. You do not want to have a margin call, okay? That's about as bad as you can get. Okay, you want to do anything you can, including selling your high conviction plays. I mean, if I was close to a margin call, even I would sell Bionano. Okay, that's how bad a margin call is. Okay, so this is why. Subsequently, number two, once the market rebounds a small amount, everyone's margin, if you don't understand how margin works, I think I did a video on that a while ago. Just look it up. It's pretty simple. Okay. Everyone's margin increases, giving more buying power to everyone and saving some people from selling more to avoid margin call risk, right? When it's going down, more people are like, okay, if it goes a little more down, I got to sell. Okay, I'm going to set my sell limits right here because I can't risk getting a margin call. Once it starts to bounce, those people, they're not selling, no more sell limits, right? They cancel those. And what do they turn into? Buy limits, because in the aggregate, on average, macroscopically, more capital means more investing. Why? Okay, this is one example, and this is not necessarily true all the time, but it basically is. That's why I say in the aggregate, on average, scientifically proven, Just okay, it's really simple. It's really simple. Think of it as how much would probably, keyword probably, be invested into a company if its potential angel investors were millionaires versus billionaires. Okay, if they did a study replicating the same company with different angel investors, replicating it like, I don't know, 10 times, 1,000 times, a million times, take your pick. Okay, not a million times, right? Of course not. But if they had angel investors that were millionaires, only X amount of money would be poured in on average. If you had billionaires, only X amount of money would be poured in, but it would be substantially higher than millionaires because they have a lot more money to begin with. So, how much money are you going to spend if you only have $10? How much money you're going to spend if you have $100, right? Probably more if you have more money. Okay, it's pretty simple. If you don't understand that, if you think that's wrong or something, just go do some research. Okay, I don't know how you can dispute that, but in some scenarios, the millionaires might just like the company more, but in the aggregate, billionaires, because they have more money, and it doesn't have to be billionaires versus millionaires. People with more money spend more. Also invest more. Okay, something you must understand about investing in high risk small cap companies like BioNano. I saw a comment today, I saw a comment today that was not my best. Okay, someone bought in at something, so at a BioNano price that was really high, and then they sold when it was almost at its lowest point. And that if you don't know what you're doing, just if you're already invested and you're just like, screw it, YOLO, Wall Street bet mode, right? Just hold until you know what you're doing. That's or that's one way. I recommend that way, honestly, if you're young and you're going to be in the market for a long time, you think. Or you can just sell out and just cut your losses immediately and just get out and just, it's not for you. I don't recommend that because investing is better, is what I think everyone should be doing, in my opinion. But you must understand this. A stock price is not indicative of a company's success or intrinsic value. Just because a stock, I gave this example earlier that is perfect, it's 100% validity, in my opinion. Stock was not, the stock was doing great back here, right? Everyone was excited. Just because a stock price is skyrocketing does not mean that the company is doing good. That can just mean, oh, more people are finding out about the stock. The stock is very hyped up right now. Reddit people are pumping the stock. YouTubers, I'm not going to name names, but like you guys, I'm sure you all know some of the ones I'm talking about. And I have a deep hatred for some of them, a lot of them. Okay, that's off topic, but they are pumping the stock. It goes up, but the company's not necessarily doing too well. Nowadays, the company's not doing too well because, well, the market sell off, among other things, including their sector and their space, if you will, whatever categorization you want to call these guys, is doing absolutely horrible right now. Okay, Microvision, Nanodimension, all of them are just sucking right now, right? And BioNano included. But the company itself is doing amazing. So the point means just because your stock is going down doesn't mean the company is going to the ground. The company could be doing good. Like in BioNano's case, BioNano's been doing great. Earnings report is great. We just had a catalyst that no one is talking about, but you know of it if you watched the last video. I'll put a card up in the top right now if you want to know about that 2021 catalyst. It's going to be a huge catalyst, in my opinion. It will be factually, it will be a huge catalyst if it actually says what it's going to do, right? But of course, guys, you need to understand this. Also, understand that if you are investing in BioNano, you better have high conviction because volatile stocks, any stock that has a small capitalization, small market cap, you better have a high conviction or you're going to sell out or you're going to be one of those people that's disliking, not that disliking is necessarily bad, just one of those people that's hating without without any reason, with no epistemology that is reasonable or plausible whatsoever. But guys, you just understand this, please. Investing in great companies and holding for years is the most certain way to build very lucrative returns in a relatively safe manner, relatively safe manner, in my opinion. You guys, if you don't think you can beat the market, all right, that's fine. I'm getting destroyed. Well, technically, we are still beating the market with a 17% return, actually, but you can definitely beat the market, in my opinion. And this is a great way to do it. Learn if you're young and you don't know what you're doing yet. Learn, get in decent companies that you like, hold them long term. You will have a high chance of beating the S&P 500, in my opinion. I just want to let you guys know about this. Okay, no one else is keeping you guys up to date. Okay, we do have this potential. They can drop an offering like that. Pretty much, they can just drop an offering at the snap of their fingers if they want. Could it be ARK? Who knows? Who knows? It could be. I don't want you guys to think that I'm calling it. I'm not calling it. I do believe that ARK has a high chance of getting in before the end of the year. I think that's a very high chance given their 2021 big idea report. Why else would they put them in there if they don't think there's some value? I don't understand that. So you can't tell me that ARK has no interest. Like, yeah, okay, Simon from ARK said some slightly bearish tweets. Okay, that's one analyst from ARK. That doesn't represent their entire freaking team. Okay, plus anyone can change their mind. Okay, despite everyone thinking everyone has a closed mind, right? A lot of people have closed minds, but not necessarily everyone. Okay, so also BioNano insider ownership. 3%. Okay, go watch the last few videos if you want to know why I don't think the insider ownership decreasing is actually as big of a deal as most people would think it is. Same thing with institutional ownership. We're at 4%, but go watch the last videos if you want to see that. Also, I just want to show you guys. I check the news. I do like I do like in 30 minutes to an hour of work every time before these videos, and I always check the news. I try to find interesting stuff that other people have not covered. Today, why I did the whole margin thing, and you know why we spent so much time on this and the ranting in the beginning. Well, slightly because of circumstance and what's going on in the market mostly, but also because there's not much crazy stuff going on. Yahoo Finance, BioNano's website, BioNano's Twitter. There's nothing. There's nothing. Okay, let's refresh it because one time while I was filming a video, they actually tweeted something out while I was filming it. That was impeccable timing. But there's not really much news today. U.S. economic calendar. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, we have one thing tomorrow. Okay, no, never mind. No, that's today. That's today. Of course, we don't have one thing. Okay, but for tomorrow, for Tuesday, we have a little bit of stuff going on. We have a little bit of stuff going on here. Okay, we have a lot here. Is there Powell this week? I'm not seeing Powell in here. Okay, good, good, good. So we do not have Powell according to this U.S. economic calendar / market watch. So that is good that I am seeing in here. So that is market like stability. The market does not like Powell typically. Current positions. I did make a new position. Actually, I did open up a new position. Jumia. Let's check out their chart so I can show you what my epistemology was here. Okay, so Jumia. All right, okay, I forgot they updated it so where you can't do that anymore. That is a horrible update in my opinion. But guys, look at this. Okay, this is too auspicious of a trade right now. Look at this. They are literally, last time they are kind of forming a double bottom here. The George W. Literally, here's the first bottom. Here's the second bottom. Boom. I mean, that's actually a picture perfect start of a W. And imagine if the W was this big, right? Boom, 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 boom. Right, man. It could just be this right here, or it could be that. Plus, Jumia is amazing long-term play. That's actually why you want to do it. It's not a huge position that I'm in. I only got $500 in, which even for me is not a ton with this account. So, you know, but it's a great buy in my opinion. Not financial advice. All right, those are my current positions. There you go. But yeah, sometimes this is outdated. I think everything is up to date in there, but here are all my actual exact dollar amounts and all of the stocks that I own. Relevant information is done now. Click off if you want to avoid me doing other stuff, not in the most YouTuber way, but I do stuff that other YouTubers mostly do, which I hate usually. But guys, best non-paying way to support the channel if you want to. Don't feel like I'm asking you. Don't support the channel because I'm asking you to. Do it because you want. Do it because you want to. The last thing I want to be is one of those YouTubers that like hit the like button, drop a like, leave your comments down below, guys. And then there's like 1,000 pop-ups. Subscribe. Whatever they're trying to advertise, and they do sponsors and 1,000 ads. Okay, I hope y'all appreciate that I'm never going to do that stuff. I have made $0 from YouTube ad revenue because I've done a total of 0 ads, and I will never do them. Never. That's my promise to you. I hope it serves me well. I know it serves you guys well. Share to your social media if you want. Share it to your Reddit. Support the Reddit group if you want. Upload everything. Get it out. That's actually one of the best ways to get stuff out, I think. Promote it in any way you can. You know what I do? I do flyers, business cards, email campaigns, social media texts. I do everything I can to promote the channel. I work like 6 to 10 hours a day usually. You know, if you want to do that, if you want to do any of the sweaty stuff like I do, there you go. Email campaigns. Merch is getting ready very, very soon. I'm going to be updating you guys when that's done. Okay, auspiciousbusiness.com. That's where you want to check out our website. Our website is freaking awesome. Let's just check it out real quick. It's freaking awesome. Let's just be honest there. I mean, look at this freaking beauty. Look at this. We got useful products. Okay, that page is in progress. Okay, don't let that fool you though. We got a ton of cool stuff here. Frequently asked questions. Okay, and the coolest thing in here. Okay, there's a couple cool things in it. There's a lot of cool stuff. If you just want investing information and stuff, just go right here. Okay, here you go. There's our YouTube. There's our Patreon. Check out what the Patreon is. Okay, that's if you want to support. Here's a good resource right here. These three right here. Actually, all four of these. Actually, all five. Okay, all of these basically are good investing sources. Okay, this one is not an investing source, right? Support Auspicious. Okay, no. But Auspicious Reddit group, free stocks. Is that free stock brokerage actually good? There you go. That's the video. Okay, let's just click on that. See what happens. Okay, boom. There you go. All right. So that's and then the coolest thing in the works. This is what you actually get to see. Okay. And then you get here, you're like, okay, this is some cool stuff. Metalcore, what's that? Okay, so then you look up metalcore, then you become a metalhead like me. That would be that's awesome. I hope you guys become metalheads. But Auspicious IPO, initial public offering. Brandon's going to take the company public. What? How much revenue is Brandon making over there? Okay, it's a future event. Okay, it's not. I'm not expecting to be getting like hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue anytime soon. Okay, actually, I kind of do, but not anytime like very soon, right? But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on the website. Anyways, yeah, I've been ranting too much. All right, anyways, guys, all right, you can read the rest of this. Okay, anyways, it's not financial advice, guys. Thank you all so much. See you on the next one.